Principal sir, we start by 2:30, sir.
Good afternoon to all. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. With this inspirational quotation, let us begin today's workshop. On behalf of SRMTRP Engineering College, we welcome our Honorable Chairman, SRM Group of Institution Trichy and Ramapuram Campus in absentia, our dedicated Director and Dean of SRM Group of Institution Trichy, our respected Principal and Vice Principal SRMTRP Engineering College, esteemed Chief Guest Dr. S. Lalita, Professor Periyar University Salem, and our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Arun Upmanyu, Professor cum Assistant Director, Research, Chitkara University, Punjab, heads of various departments, faculty members, organizers, and dear participants. I welcome you all to the inauguration of two-day national workshop on intellectual property rights organized by the Department of Physics, SRMTRP Engineering College, Trichy. Once again, we welcome you all to the today's program. Now, I cordially invite Dr. B. Seduraman, Professor, Head of the Physics Department, to give the welcome address. Sir, please.
So, esteemed Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, Director, SRM Trichy Campus, Principal, Vice Principal, Directors, Deans, Heads, and faculty members of various departments from our institute and our group of institutions, participants from various institutes and industries. Very good afternoon. As we all know that today, that is April 26th, is the World Intellectual Property Rights Day. Theme of this year is IP and the SDGs, building our common future with innovation and creativity. This is the second consecutive year we are celebrating the World IPR Day by organizing the workshops. In the year 2022 and 23, we organized a national level workshop on IPR in association with the CSIR, Institute of Minerals and Materials Technology, Bhubaneswar. This year, the Department of Physics organizes a 2-day national workshop on intellectual property rights. I'm very much delighted to welcome you all for the inauguration of 2-day national workshop on intellectual property rights. First and foremost, I would like to cordially welcome our esteemed chief guest, Dr. S. Lalita, Professor, Periyar University, Salem, who has accepted our invitation to grace this occasion as chief guest. Welcome, ma'am. I extend my warm greetings to our today's guest of honor, Dr. Arun Upmanyu, Professor, Assistant Director Research, Chitkara University, Punjab, who is going to deliver the keynote address today. Welcome, sir. I welcome our director, a principal, vice principal, deans, HOIs, HODs, faculty members to the industries and institutes. We are really grateful to you for your continuous support. I assure you that your expectations will be fulfilled at the end of this 2-day national workshop. Once again, I welcome you all to this event.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our principal, sir, to give felicitation address. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. And a very good afternoon, Punindal gathered here in this platform. It is a pleasure, particularly in the World Intellectual Property Day. So, from all over nation, all the intellectuals have been gathered here. So, in particular, I'm very happy to welcome our chief guest, Dr. S. Lalita, ma'am. I really we are having a very good opportunity to have such a wonderful eminent personalities like you, ma'am. And Dr. Arun Upmanyu, sir, please welcome to our, first of all, I must thank for accepting our invitation, both of you. It is our professor's fortune. But this particular thing, many professors are all together join in this platform to discuss about the intellectual property rights. Is particularly in India, it is most important and theme, because all over the world they are looking after the Indian publications or all other products or in a different way. But we have to make awareness among all our researchers for making this intellectual property rights, how important is this, and how we can approach this intellectual property rights as through the legal way or in the technical intellectual way. So I hope I must appreciate our physics department faculty members and all other organizers for making this wonderful opportunity for us to hear and share the knowledge about this. Once again, I wish you for 2 days IPR workshop. I hope the takeaway will be very worthful for each and every participants. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce the chief guest of the 2-day national workshop on intellectual property rights, Dr. S. Lalita, Professor Periyar University, Salem, to you. Dr. Lalita ma'am received UG degree in environmental biology, PG and PhD in botany from Madurai Kamarajar University. She started her career as a lecturer at PSD or Krishnamal College for Women, Coimbatore, and then she extended her service as assistant professor in the Department of Botany in various renowned institutions in Tamil Nadu. Totally, she has 17 years of teaching experience and also research experience. She is an active member in various professional societies. Such an eminent speaker is our chief guest, Dr. S. Lalita, ma'am. Happy to welcome you, ma'am. So kindly address the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Those who are present in the eminent scholars, scientists, and professors, and the participants. Once again, good afternoon to one and all gathered here. I am very much privileged to have this kind of IPR because my first seminar where I have attended in that when I was doing my PhD in Madurai Kamaraj University, I was attended the first conference is IPR and to the Tiruchi only. So the same thing I have to be a chief guest in that same title IPR. So fortunate, world is too small. We can be a participant as well as now as a chief guest. So I am so privileged, and I would personally thank you, Dr. Shakti Pandi, who is very inspiring and such a eminent scholar and researcher and a thinker. Thank you, Shakti, for giving me this opportunity, and that I am also happy to have that SRM Institute Trichy, because it's a very reputed institute. Everyone knows that globally renowned institution, and that too the topic is intellectual property. So it is a right topic to the right institute. Maybe I'm so privileged. Thank you once again, sir, because I'm so much connected with the Trichy, and also now I too connected with the that is as SRM Institute also, and also even though I am a botanist, I connected with the physics also so many ways. So thank you one and all for everything. And now I would like to give a 2 minutes because the eminent person speakers are waiting. But still, I have in 2-3 points I would like to say this world intellectual property, because everyone knows that IP and that significance when it started, that Paris Convention, everything we knew because nowadays everything is available in the net. But still, I would like to why it is necessary the day, especially in India, because everything we knew and many things we are saying that it is already existing in Vedas, they are saying, and very many our what is a many epics they are saying that what are the modern technology now available is already pre-existing in our historical era, but only thing is they didn't authenticate it. But we are thinking that that is the scientific innovations. What you want to do in the laboratory alone is not at all. You need to authenticate it. Apart from some theoretical knowledge, also we need to authenticate it. That is what this intellectual meaning. So that what I felt personally. What are that intellectual in theoretical manner? You have to be, because we can take it as the black hole theory or Newton's law or Mendel law, whatever you can take it is, first of all it will be in the it was recorded as a theoretical manner, and then came to the many scientists, they may for their footprints they followed the remaining things and they stamped it, it was proven. So whatever we have in our mind, our intellectual, we have to authenticate it through this kind of day we need to celebrate, because this is not a day to celebrate a one day. For like February 28 and 29 we are celebrating the science day, and each day every day nowadays every day there may be a one celebration. So we are not taking to that kind of level, even though it shows a very dry IPR. If you are seeing the superficial, it will be a dry because and a complicated one. But it is not like that. You have to documented whatever you have the intellectual, your brain says. You have to document it with the reference to any evidences already pre-existing. If it is correlated, you can document it in the theoretical way first, and then later on our scholars or our students or the students become a scholar, they may execute continuously. So that is what the day I want to insist of this intellectual day, because it is not a meaning of science alone. It will applicable the entire group, even the history, today's news tomorrow, next yesterday's history only, today's whatever we are talking. So that is the history, no? Whatever happened yesterday as a history. So today's news, tomorrow's you may have a history. So whatever you want a history or whatever the news, you have to document it. Whenever the time comes, you may authenticate it in any number of way. So why this is needed? You have to safeguard the intellectual property, such as you may patent it, trademark it, or copyright, or whatever other mean you have to do it. Then only it will be authenticated and it will be useful for the future generation. So for that note, I would like to conclude myself, and this will be the theme of the year, IP and STG, the building outcome future with innovation and creativity. So this innovation and creativity, everyone we have in our mind, but that should be in the documented form. So in documented, we have to align each and everything. So if there is alignment is correct in way, we are achieved in the intellectual way, we approach it to the intellectual way, and that will be useful for the future generation. With that note, I conclude myself, and I would like to thank each and everyone, those who are present here. And this will be useful because the SRM took the excellent effort for that, because there's many audience. Maybe this may be useful for them. Oh, okay, what are the things we have to document it? Hereafter, this 2-day national workshop will be useful for your documentation purpose. This will be useful for your personal and the official thing. So once again, I would like to thank you one and all for patient listening. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now I call upon Dr. A. Joseph Sahaya Kennedy, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, to share few words about today's workshop. Sir, please.
Thank you very much. One and all together here. On behalf of our organizing committee, I would like to share a few things about a 2-day national workshop on intellectual property rights to celebrate the World Intellectual Property Rights Day. So, as all we know, the intellectual property rights plays a vital role in enhancing the socio-economic prosperity of the country. The creativity and innovations are new drivers of the world economy. With increasing relevance of intellectual property in this era of globalization, it is important to recognize the role which IP systems play in the growth of the nation. Thus, there is a need to create a large public awareness about the pivotal role of IPR in a globalized knowledge economy, with the view to create awareness on the significance of IPR to the people from various sectors in the country. So our institute, SRM Chair Engineering College, is organizing 2-day workshop on intellectual property rights on the theme of IP and STG. So building our common future with the innovations. And the keynote speaker we have that Arun Upmanyu sir from CURIN Chitkara University. So once again, welcome you all for this wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Yes, now it's a time to introduce such an optimist and an innovative achiever, our esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Arun Upmanyu, Professor cum Assistant Director, University, Punjab, to you. He has 13 years of experience in research and also over 20 years of experience in teaching. He is an expert in the field of photon atom interaction process and within X-ray region physical optics. He designed curriculum for UG and PG level students. He also published 32 plus SCI and Scopus journals. He acted as convener of Chitkara University Doctoral Consortium, convener of Chitkara University Doctoral Consortium, and also organizing secretary of Applied Science, etc. He delivered 50 plus international level programs and also organized 30 plus international level programs. Such an extraordinary icon is our speaker. Now it's the time to welcome our speaker. Sir, I request you to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Thank you very much. First of all, please let me know I am audible to all.
Yes.
It is most important discussion. So I have seen the name of Professor Devraj is here. Devraj sir, thank you very much to join us. However, we have a great connect on Facebook and social media, but physically or virtually we are meeting first time. If Devraj sir is here, so please accept my welcome, sir. So thank you very much all to be part here. So this is not a one-way talk. I have planned, I have designed it such a way that we can discuss because alone I cannot tell you how to write a research article. This is not possible for me because when we are going into deep, different fields, each field has its own setup, has its own demand to write a research article. But in general, I have divided my presentation into such. So today I'm going to speak over the framework of writing a research article. In my view, because we all are teachers, professors here, deans here, so it is not possible for me to elaborate all this concept in detail within 1.5 hours. But I have tried, I will try to compile at least these important points component of this research article, which can definitely I ensure you definitely help you to improve something in set of introduction, in set of experimental design, in set of discussion and conclusion too. So first of all, as we are celebrating our intellectual IPR day, so first of all, why the publication is required? First of all, so it is important. So it helps to protect your idea and finding, which as Professor Lalita just told about IPR. So it will help first of all. Because I am working, we are explaining in a keynote on this workshop. So first and foremost, the publication is required to protect your idea. However, there are many means to protect your idea. It may be a copyright, it may be a patent, it may be a startup, anybody, anything. But research paper is also a good way to protect your idea. So that is why everybody is going for the publication. Secondly, it will help to grow you and your institution. That is also essentially required, because where we are working, we should think for that institution. And I'm thankful to SRM institution that give me opportunity. But if we publish our work, our research paper, so it will work on both way. It will improve, increase your level of understanding, your growth. It will also help to grow the institution, right? And third, which is the I think is my wording, it brings a lot of satisfaction when you write something, it is accepted, it is being cited by the people will appreciate, people will accept your findings, people will like your finding. It will give you a lot of satisfaction, and due to that satisfaction only, all researchers definitely will agree with me, will keep on doing, even they are doing after retirement too. So this is the important, that it brings a lot of satisfaction. That is why our publication is required. But question is, where do we begin? Which is important. How we can go for a good publication? How we can find the article? How we can able to find the research topic? Where to do begin? Usually when we are experiencing research, but I have felt that for beginner, where to start? Very important. First is and foremost thing is your interest. If you have not interested in research, I am sure you cannot reach at your destination. First of all, you must have interest in research and always choose the topic as per your interest. So if suppose I am interested in physical acoustic, for example, right? Somebody is interested in microbiology, somebody is interested in say pharmaceutical, somebody in material science. So first of all, we should recognize our interest in which area we are interested. So to explore your interest, the best way which I identified is the quality conferences. Usually we are reluctant to attend the conferences. We are more interested to write a research article. We are interested to publish a good research paper. Everything we are doing. But we nowadays, what is going on? We are not interested to attend the conference. But my recommendation, and definitely all people are gathered here, is recommendation. Those who are new in this field, please attend the conferences of your relevant interest or field. And when you go there, you definitely find a very suitable mentor or supervisor there. You will understand physically the recent update related to your interest or your area. If you catch up these two fields, if you catch up these two fields, then your journey can be started. Unless you are not able to understand where you have to work, from where you will get a good update, you can never move ahead. Yes, there are many other options. You can see the update on Google Scholar. You can see the on Scopus. You can see another database dimension. You can use the Wasware software to find out the recent trend graphically. Bibliometric analysis is one option. But my suggestion, you must attend the conferences, good conferences, particularly of your field, which is happening in India also. So many good institutions are doing taking very good conferences. Go there, attend the conference, meet the people physically, discuss with them. Definitely you research article, not research article, preferably you can go for research. Beginner, my suggestion is, my submission before you people, you always never miss the conferences. Okay, Insta is another option where you can connect with people. One way, I'm doing the PhD. Okay, I am already selected the topic. I have done the experimentation, or I have done some theoretical literature background in it, and I'm start writing the research article on it, for example. But question is, when I start writing a research article, I have many questions to write a article. I have many ideas. Idea number one, two, three, four. And what we are mistakenly do, we try to incorporate all these ideas into one paper. Try to incorporate generally. I'm not saying all, but generally, we are trying to incorporate many ideas in one paper. So this is our mistake. If we are trying to incorporate all these ideas in one paper, we will never conclude a good outcome. So in general, my suggestion is, please avoid broad topic. We will never pick a broad topic to start a research article. Here is a one illustration which I like most. Suppose if I take a one topic, I can go deep into it. And when you go deep into it, you can definitely get a very good research outcome from that. If we have a many idea, we will remain on a shallow section, so which will definitely lead nothing to us. So while selecting a research article, even from your PhD work or from your post PhD work, my suggestion is try to find out one research question, very deep research question, okay, and then implement your all ideas, all knowledge to that question. Definitely, you get a most of them. Okay, generally when we are writing a first paper, second paper, we are in that phase. So even I from this slide I also learned, and I also teach is enough. Do not try to incorporate many questions in a one paper. It will definitely lose the quality of your work finally. For example, uh, I'm working on, for example, history of the development of industrialization in Korea. This is a general, very broad term. Industrialization in Korea is a very broad term. Which industry? I do not know. Maybe automobile, okay, maybe pharmaceutical. There are so many industries, electronic industries. If I will choose this topic for my research article, how I can conclude at the end and how I can justify all industry here. So I think this is not a good choice. This is the best choice. Instead of using the industrialization in Korea, it would be better to use the automobile manufacturing in Korea, which is more concise topic, more concise. Industrialization in Korea is a very general topic. You will not able to compile it at the end, but this you can easily compile. Similarly, so these are the some points that how you can correlate like to previous slide. So I would like to just skip this slide because this slide will give the same replica of the last slide. So here is my point. When we are looking for research article, so please be focused on one research question, only one research question. I am writing again, one research question, only one research question. Research question means what you want to do in that particular area, why you are doing research, what is your motive, what is your aim, what kind of problem you would like to solve, what kind of issue you would like to take up in that your paper. So it should be one. You do not like that the following paper will have examine so and will have so and will have so. It will fade your interest finally. It will fade your investigations at the end. So here I have drafted two research questions corresponding to the previous knowledge. For example, I have already discussed that, for example, I have taken the broad topic earlier, the history of industrialization development in Korea. That is not a good topic to select. Instead, I will working on automobile industry in Korea during the Asian financial crisis of late 90s, right? So for to this topic I have a research question. What research question I trying to follow? Did the Asian financial crisis of the late 90s bring harm to the automobile industry Korea, or did it bring benefit? This is the one question. In my entire research paper, I will try to focus on the financial crisis of late 90s that bring harm or benefit to the automobile industry. Even you are wanted to just focus on a harm, that is good, or you are interested to focus on a benefit, that is also good, but sometime you can address both harm and benefit in a same research question. Secondly, euthanize is some medical term. If somebody is from microbiology or background, they can understand what is the meaning of euthanasia. So euthanasia is basically helping very ill people to end their life. Usually, ethically, it is seems to be correct, but morally, it is not correct. So I narrow this topic, euthanasia in Netherlands, for example. So how I can frame the question for this particular topic? What evidence is there, if any, from Netherlands that legalizing euthanasia causes a society to value human life? So my just sum up to this slide. I just want to convey you people. My suggestion is never try to solve many research questions in one article. Try to solve one research question, most valuable question, which is required nowadays in your article. Your definitely article will be published in a good journal. So going ahead, so this is the very common slide, which is everybody know who are present here, that these are the some component of research paper. So I have written at last, because my opinion, title and abstract will not be decided in the starting of your research article. It is being decided at the end actually. So that's why I have written here title at last, abstract is also at last. So here is a body of research paper. Everybody knows. I don't want to focus more upon it, but there is some point that experimental section, theoretical section, sometime both are required. Sometime we can those who are working in experimental study, sometime have never want to written much about theoretical section, but in some cases both sections are required. These then research results and discussion, conclusions, author statement, declaration. These 2 points, author declaration and author statement, nowadays mandatory as per ethical standard. These are nowadays mandatory, because I am also teaching to the teaching the PhD student research and publication and ethics to the student. So that's why I am aware of that now ethical statement is the requirement of each and every journal. So this is basically called declaration, statement, or conflict of interest. Then acknowledgement, references. Sometimes supporting information, supplementary files are required. These are the file which can be omitted from manuscript and can be placed in a as a additional material to the author to understand the. But this information, if you give an additional file, supplementary file, will not affect the overall conclusion of your manuscript or research paper. So these are the some components which I have seen found. A title first of all, then name and affiliation, abstract, keywords, introduction, experimental section, result discussion, and all. So here I have taken one example. So I think if you are want to see, I can open it, but otherwise these are the some important component of the research article. Now I'm going to focus on introduction. So how to start the introduction? Uh, what are the component of introduction? Can anybody, because we all are on the same platform, we all are teachers, can anybody let me know your opinion how to start the introduction? Anybody which we are here, can let me please? How to start writing a research introduction of research paper? Anybody?
Short brief of topic,
Yes, good, man.
short term of our title of research topic.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, don't worry. Uh, I'll try to explain some technical aspect of introduction. Introduction is not easy to sum up, but I'll try to take some technical points which you can incorporate while writing introduction of any research paper, any research paper. It is common for all the fields. First of all, the introduction research paper is length is important. So if, for example, I'm writing a research article of nearly 5,000 words, for example, So question is, what should be the length of my introduction? It is important because when we are writing in paper in Indian context, generally we are not aware that how much introduction is required to write a research article of 5,000 words. So in general, it is introduction is nearly 10% of total world count. For example, I am writing a research article of 5,000 words, so introduction nearly 500 words, nearly. I am not stick to that particular figure. I am saying nearly. Suppose you are writing an article of 5,000 words and you presented your introduction of nearly 200 words, which is too short. So when this paper will go to the reviewer, so reviewers are very healthy knowledge of research article. So they will first impression of it, they will feel that even he or she doesn't know that if I am writing a research article of nearly 5,000 words and I am introduction is less than 200 words, it does not seem good. First of all, very important, when you're writing an introduction, the length of introduction is comparable to your length of your research article. If your article is of 5,000 words, introduction will leads to be nearly 500 words. Second point, what should we add in our introduction? Because when I start an introduction, to where we should start and where we will have to end, that is a proper methodology. So I am trying to explain. These are the some thumb rule. Introduction is nearly, as I told you, 10% of total word count of research paper. Secondly, introduction, preferably, I am stick to it. It always written in simple present and present perfect tense. Very important. Please note that. Generally, we science people feel and got a comment from reviewer or journal that please check your paper grammatically and your typo mistakes. So when we are writing an introduction, please do not write in past. It is always written in a present tense, preferably simple present and present perfect. Has been, have been, are, present tense can be used, but please do not write in a past tense. So, however, introduction is the first part of your research paper, but never make a mind that once you have written it, it is perfect. No, it cannot be perfect till you will submit your paper to the journal. If you have written in the first section of introduction, read and write it time and again. Then finally revise it. While you are writing, revise it, and you will sync your introduction with your entire research paper. So I request you to please note these three thumb rules. Introduction must be 10%. It should be written in simple present tense, and it should be revised time and again while writing a research paper. Now, this is the body of my way to write an introduction. While writing an introduction, from where we should start and where we have to end. While writing introduction, the first point of my knowledge is, what am I studying? Suppose Dr. Shakti is, I'm working on a material, so nano composites, right? Some nano composite I have developed. So question is, what am I studying? Means background and context. This is the first point to start your introduction. And additionally, it should be start from hook. What is hook? I will explain the next slide. So first and foremost requirement to start introduction is background and context. Only 3 or 4 lines, right? Then next question come in mind, why is it an important question? You are doing something, you are studying. Second question is why it is a important question. It means you have to give its importance. Second point. First point, background. Second point is its importance. Then third point, when you will third phase of your introduction, you will add the literature support, some references to your support your query, your idea, right? Then fourth question is your research question. We call research statement. Your hypothesis or assumption, it is optional. You can truncate your discussion to research statement finally. Okay. In a present work, we are doing so and so and so and so. So generally, when we are writing an introduction of research paper, we should take care of the sequence which we have now we are preparing. We should start from background, then we introduce the research importance, then we will go to the literature, previous study, added some previous study and literature support, then finally we will define our research objective, research question, your hypothesis, your assumption. So generally, when we start introduction, I have read so many. I have reviewed the paper. I have seen the papers of many paper. Read many papers. Usually, I'm not talking about the all. Usually, I have found this sequence is not available. Generally, we are messed up the things, and we are messed up the things. It will make an inconvenience for reader to understand you what you want to present. For example, I'm talking about simple layman language. I'm trying to enter anybody home. So first, there's a drawing room. I have ever seen that first I directly enter into the bedroom. No, there always a drawing room. Then there is a lobby. Then we have bedrooms which are spare, basically for privacy and rest of things. But if you have a home, but you mess up all these things, how we can able to understand where I have to go? Because when we enter into the house, preferably first we will sit in a drawing room. So that is why when I start writing introduction, it is important. We will start from its background. We will certainly define its importance. We will define the literature review. Then we will define our research statement. So here I have given this in inverted form. This is generally an inverted triangle. We will start from background, context, previous research, key references. Finally, as we go, it will become finally narrow. We will come to the research question. So it include a hook. And what is hook? Can anybody elaborate what is the hook, meaning of hook? Anybody? What is hook? Hook is a kind.
Idea.
Yeah.
Idea.
Can be. Anybody else? Okay, when I start my presentation, I told one thing. This keynote is cannot be a one way. I cannot present before you because all you are eminent people. I cannot conclude the writing research paper in my presentation. I give you one line. This is kind of hook. It is kind of the statement which initially give in your paper to attract the reader, to attract the reviewer, to attract the people about your research paper. Right? I can show you the example. See this hook. Albert Einstein once remarked, imagination is more important than knowledge. Right? This is a kind of statement which let you know, which tends to think me that definitely imagination is more important than knowledge. If I read this statement three or four times, I got an idea that definitely something imagination is more important than knowledge, as Albert Einstein remarked. So this is called a hook. So when you start your introduction, always start with certain kind of hook. Hook are of many times. I don't have less time to explain it in brief, but you start a effective, very effective first two lines. When anybody start reading your research paper, it will impress with your starting. So like the once remarked, imagination is more important than knowledge. It means this quote from Einstein serves as a captivating hook, inviting reader to reflect on the role of imagination in the context of research topic. You can easily understood that to who, to what about I am going to explain. So hook is the kind of jump or jerk in the initial lines in introduction, which will help you to write a very beautiful introduction for your research paper. So this is the actual layout to writing a research paper. So here I have elaborated these some background, some set of context before you. So how to start, how to write the lines, initial lines, then context. And I'll read only one example, because all example are meaning are having same meaning. For example, I am writing a research paper on organic matter in soil, right? So to where we would start. I have told you we will start with the background and set a context, right? So I should write sustainable crop production is a function of physical, chemical, or biological properties of a soil, which in turns are markedly affected by the organic matter in soil. So here I have introduced two important points: context, soil, and organic matter. Okay, similarly, in the second example, I am working the role of bacteria as a anti-cancer. Here I am introducing the role of rapid growth of lithium ion battery. So the initial part of introduction prepares the reader for more detailed and specific information that is given later. The first couple sentences are typically broad. These are broad. I'm not talking about the which organic matter in soil. I'm talking about only the organic matter. I'm talking about the bacteria. I'm talking about the anti-cancer agent. That's all. I'm not particularly explaining. These are the first lines which give an idea to the reader what is going to be happen in this research paper later. This is very important. So once the first sentence has introduced broad field, then next sentence can point to specific area. So here you can see I have introduced the organic matter, role of bacteria, lithium. These are some general terms. Then come to the more specific word. For example, reduction of some type of cancer following accidental infection by a Streptococcus pyogenes. है ना? Organic matter in the soil as a source of nutrition for plant. Then from broader, I just go to the little narrow, right? Then in the next part, you can bring some statistics. This is also important. Some statistics you can add to attract the people that definitely this had already been done and this have to be done. For example, a paper on developing crop that require little water can mention the frequency of several drought or decrease in crop production because of drought. So you will come to the statistics. That is also an important point. And very important, this is my humble submission. When we are writing introduction of any research paper, always write in positive approach. However, you sometimes you will get some want to address some negative contradictory point, but please always mention a positive approach. Never write a paper the limitation they had not been done. Just take in a positive approach. I'll let you by example. For example, another way to emphasize the importance of research topic is to highlight the possible benefit from solving the problem from finding. Okay. For example, instead of saying that X dollar are lost, for example, because of malaria every year, I am I'm recognizing, I'm analyzing the loss, financial loss due to the malaria every year. For example, how I can address this line in my introduction. Instead of saying the loss during a malaria year, we can say X dollars can be saved annually if malaria is prevented. So it is a positive statement. However, meaning is same. More or less meaning is same. We have lost such amount due to the malaria every year. So instead of addressing these lines as such, always make a positive mind to address the line that X dollars can be saved annually if malaria is prevented. That is more beneficial approach. So here are only the repetition. I'm saying some literature you can add it because due to the shortage of time, I want to skip these slides. Okay. Concluded introduction by mentioning the specific objective. Finally, we everybody knows we read in this paper. We have been studied so and so and so and so so. So this is the last phase of your chapter, and in that phase you will address your objective of your research paper. Okay, so by doing so, but please do not elaborate entire process in your aim. Please leave many your portion for material method section. Just you provide information what is your objective of your research. So at this point I am able to address before you people how we can write the introduction of your research article. So here I would like to know from your side, can anybody please let me know what are the basic components, what are the body of the introduction? Anybody, just for 1 minute. I just want to know to the points which I have addressed. Can anybody let me know? Yes, please. Anybody?
So repeat the question again.
My question is, we have discussed the different component of how to write a good introduction. I just want to know the name of these components. I will write with you. First component is,
Sir, the length is 10%.
I think we will start with the hook, which curve our
Yes, sir.
background. Then second point, set the context. Third point, importance. Fourth point, previous study. Fifth point, research question or our objective. Okay, so these are the component, means body of the research introduction to write a good introduction. And definitely, as somebody told me, the length of the introduction is very important. 10% of your research paper. So now onwards, if you are writing a research paper, anybody, I request you to please be introduce, inculcate these portion in your introduction. Definitely, you will be able to write a very beautiful introduction for your research paper. This is same, more or less same. I don't want to take much time upon it. Okay. So here is one example I have taken from NCBI NIMBY paper that how to write introduction. You can, if you read this para up to here, it will set a background, preparation of background. During the last 2 decades, with the miniaturization of devices, pediatric endocrinology has always been moving towards the invention, the treatment of kidney. This is all set as some background. What I am studying, right? Then this all see needle which is optical system through a, this will set the discussion on the basis of references. I am added some previous study. Here, in addition to background, importance is also clear. Then here it is mentioned that discussion on the basic references to main topic. I can say previous study. Then finally, what we are trying to do in this study, which is the objective. but what I am observed from this vision. However, it is written during last 2 decades there is a device of edit, but we here hook can be added. And in this para, the importance and background is merged. We can separate it somehow to write it more beautifully. This is my opinion. Here, some references are added. It is a part of the previous study. So this is the well set example of to write a good introduction of the research article. So we will start with the hook, one line, then background, set context, then importance should be clear, previous study should be added, then finally we will frame our research objective or research question or the what we have done in a previous study. So these sum up the introduction, what is known, what is unknown, should we call it a gap actually, right? How and why should be gap filled? This is our research question. So gap we will identify it with comparison with the literature. What we know, it is the already available, and in this way we can set up our introduction. So these are some examples which I would like to skip. This is my research paper about the already I have explained, no need to explain time and again. This is the background and context. You can see here the elastic scattering photon by atom include realized scattering is a developed, and this is a into background. And here research gap, only few reports of measurement of elastic scattering is available. This is research gap, and this is the past reports. We call it a previous study. Here I am introduced the research question. Here a research gap. Here I am introduced the past report. Here you can see the objective, keeping the parent status of experimental and practical cross section. It was decided to carry out the measurement of elastic scattering. This is my last page introduction, which is called the objective. So while writing your introduction, okay, then I am skipping the method material part because I have already 1.5 hours, so already 1 hour is already gone. So I am directly focusing how to write the result section, what should be written in result section, what should be discussed in a discussion section, and then come to the title, which is takes some time. So directly I am focusing what is result section. So please, can anybody let me know what you actually practicing the writing in research section? Anybody? What generally we people means give in introduction result section in a research paper?
Observation. What we
Observation. Observation in the form of text or in the form of some table data or some anything?
yeah, like a statistical data. What
Statistical
we have
data, great.
yes.
Okay. Anybody else? In when we are I'm saying we are saying that I am writing a results. Forget to explain it first of all. Explanation is discussion. Result means what you have investigated, what you have invented, what you have experimentally synthesized, what you have done. You just present that matter either in the form of table or figure or both. Usually we are avoiding to present the data simultaneously. Usually we are not in favor to put your same data in table as well as in figure. We are not interested. The journal interested to give your data, your result, either in table form or in figure. So it is up to you. You feel that the figure can explain in a better sense. Some histogram can be added, some other chart can be added, but please avoid to present the data in both forms simultaneously. Okay, so results doesn't mean that you start writing. No, results mean what you have got it present in the form either table or figure or both sometimes. Okay, should summarize finding rather than providing data in great detail, as I told you. Because nowadays, because we are rushing for research papers, the journals have very limited space for your article. If you are writing a very lengthy article, usually journal will avoid it. It will definitely tell you, please brief it, please give some data which is unnecessary as a supplementary file. So try to concise your information as much as you can do. Please do not elaborate the thing. It will definitely not give a best way to explain your result. Should present result but not comment on them, as I told you. And sometime, I am not saying sometime, nowadays, result and discussion section is usually combined. I am hardly seen any paper in which results are separately given and discussion are separate. But nowadays, result and the discussion section is simultaneously be explained. Second important point about result. Result always given in a past tense. I request you to please note it. I have when I reviewed some paper, I sometime I found you this is already I have discussed. Okay, one common mistake I have found in many papers, even in my paper also sometime my paper. Suppose I want to express given something in table like table 3 shows that researcher who attend the workshop publish it twice as many paper as here. Can anybody let me know if as a reviewer you will read this statement, what you will obtain from it? Anybody? In this context, what I am obtaining, I retrieve that I am focusing on table. I have introduced, gave a hook, table 3 shows. I tend to focus on a table. No, this is not a good way. We want to focus on our finding that have been reported shown in table. So do not start the table shows, the table indicates. You first researcher who attended the workshop published twice paper as given in table. So this is a common mistake. So this small thing will make your paper very beautiful. I'll show you one example if it will work. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is to freeze. If it works, I'll let you know. Just give me 1 minute. Yes, it is working. So you can see here. Is it visible? Ultrasonic speed and other. You can see this statement or
Yes, sir.
not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
You can see here and other essential parameters used in computational molecular data taken from a author presented in table 1. Here you can see I am not focusing on the table shows. I'm not focusing on the table shows. I'm saying The ultrasonic speed and other essential parameters used for computation of molecular radii are taken from a author previous work presented in table 1. So this is the way to write to quote report the data presented in tabular form and then mentioned in a table. You can see I am given in a an author given in the present, not past tense. So this is the way to mention the table. Similarly, you can use for the mention the figure also. So it is not the important that how much length result discussion should have. It is I request you can see the journal format. You can see the paper relevant to your work in the journal where you want to publish your paper. This is one option. You can see the length of the result discussion. You can understand the organization method. You can inclusion of subheading. You can see the paper of journal in which you are interested. You can see the number of table and figure which you are trying to incorporate. See, findings to do a research is a one thing, right? To present your work beautifully is a different thing. Sometimes you have a very good data, excellent work you have, but you are failed to produce in a good manner. So if you take care, you are enough smart enough to find out the journal's idea, journal's requirements. You can give definitely paper will be accepted very soon. But the methodology is definitely required. We cannot start with the haphazardly. We cannot start introduction in any way. We cannot start the writing result anywhere. We should be focused to write every part of research article. So here is a discussion. I think which is the most difficult part for me even to explain before you, and how I believe this is also for you people how to write a discussion. So it is debatable. I don't have much to explain upon it because it is the knowledge any researcher should have. Accordingly, it can plan to write. But yes, there are some points which should be stated. Should answer the question stated in introduction first. That's very important. Please note it. What question you have stated in your introduction in a last phase, it must be answered in discussion. Everywhere. Your introduction must sync with your discussion. I'll tell you one story. I have a few years back, I think 6-7 years back, I communicated one paper in a journal. So I have written the paper. I that time 10 years back, I don't have any known this particular method to write a research article. I have written, I communicated. It took 6 months and I received a comments with rejection. And what the reviewer has stated that your introduction, the question you have raised introduction is not explained in your discussion. Same query, same comment I received from my paper that you had not explained the what you have stated in your introduction. However, I have explained, but the language was poor actually, I say. Even then I have read this statement after this comment, even I was not able to understand what I have written in discussion. So what you have stated in introduction, it must be addressed exactly in discussion. When a reader read your discussion, it will know that what you have planned in introduction. This is the most important. What's only I want to explain in introduction section, because it is only that actually required. So what is the possible content? For example, superior method, eccentric data, limitation of study. Yes, there are some points which I have reported from my own knowledge, that what we should write in discussion part. What should we can write? right? We can address the limitations, we can address the comparison, we can address the contradiction with the previous study, we can address we can address a research question in that way. Suppose you had done some research on it. Okay, now you want to add something new that can be addressed. You want to positively reject the previous finding that you can add into discussion. You want to compare your results with previous finding that you can add your section. So these are the some possible content that you people can add in it. Okay, so that's enough for this, because this is a very long discussion. Because due to shorter time, I have to complete this discussion. So length again, yes, this is enough for discussion. Okay, then can anybody know the method to write a title? Anybody? How to write a title of your paper? And I need answer from other than one guy is explaining every time. Anybody else? What is the method to decide the title? Yes, please, because we have a very limited time to because I have compiled. Anybody?
Short term
How
of
to
introduction.
short term of introduction? Okay, 1 point. Let me quote here also so that everybody can understand. You say short
Term of introduction or
term of
introduction.
introduction. Okay, done. Anybody else? Any idea? Don't worry. Please do not shy to because don't worry. Anybody else? Yes, my friend. Anybody?
Very catchy.
Very catchy. Good. Yes, it can be. It's a very good point. Next. Anybody else? Yes, it should be catchy. It should be short terms of introduction. Good. Anybody?
The title itself should have an image of
Requisite. I can say if I am not wrong, I can say these are the characteristics to write a title. Am I right? It should be short, it should be catchy, it's self-explanatory, precise. These all are the characteristics of the title. Good. Everybody will want to write a title like that. It should be such that if anybody read this title, it has a curiosity, thrust to read the entire paper also. Am I right? But question is how to meet all these characteristics to write a title. Because when we publish a paper on the screen, on the web page of the journal, only two things are available. One is title, another is abstract. Only these two things are available. If I am satisfied as a reader that yes, what I am working, this paper is according to me, and definitely by reading the title, if I understood, yeah, that's great. This things is definitely valuable for me. Only then I will open the paper. Otherwise, I will scroll to the next paper. So the title, to write a title of a research paper, of your PhD work, of your thesis, is very important point. That is why I have taken this topic at the last. And I told you, title and abstract should be written at the last. When you complete your research, you have written introduction, you have written the result and discussion section. You have made a conclusion. Then think what I can add in a title. So I have one plan for you to meet your all requirements to write a good title. First and foremost point, try to find the research question in your entire research paper. This is the way actually. Many ways. I have to opt one way. What is my paper about? What is my paper about? My paper studies how program volume affect outcome of liver transplant patient on waiting list. My paper is about this. Okay. Here you will write a research question as first question, second question, third question, fourth question. This is a plan. This is a format. Okay. So you just you practice even after this talk. What is my research paper about? Okay. What method, technologies did I use to perform my study? In my paper, it is simply a case study. I also have an answer. Third, what or who was the subject of my study? I studied 60 cases of liver transplant patients on a waiting list throughout the US aged 20 to 50 years. Third answer I have. Definitely I have. What did I find? My study revealed a positive correlation between waitlist volume and negative prognosis of transplant procedures. Okay. So I have drafted 4 questions in my thought process. I have written on page and I have given the answer of all these questions one by one against one question. I am repeating, I am addressing how we can make a title very beautiful. Okay. If I have these questions are standard questions. Answer is as per your expertise, your research paper. I have made these questions and I have made a one sentence answer of each question. This is the first point to write a title of your research paper. Start. Second, okay. Now I have one sentence answer which I have given in last slide. Corresponding to one answer, just find out the keywords in it. Program value, one keyword. Liver transplant patient, second keyword. Waiting list, third keyword. Outcome is a fourth keyword. So I have identified four keyword in first. Second is only one keyword that I have taken up case study. Here I have find out 60 cases US age. Here I have find out positive correlation between waitlist and volume negative outcome. So first I have draft 4 questions. Corresponding to the 4 questions, I have made a one sentence answer for each question. And then from these answers, I have identified some keywords. Okay. Now to know this is new, to know the value of keyword, you can use the dimension in web page. You can use the Google Scholar. Put this keyword. You understand the weightage of keyword. How many papers, how many times these keywords are being used. If these keywords are valuable, you can retrieve these keywords. So first, draft a question, then draft one sentence answer, then draft the keyword corresponding to answers and note that keyword. Okay. Now, based upon that keywords, draft one statement, general statement, general statement. So using these keywords, so I have drafted, we employed a case study of 60 liver transplant patient around US aged year to assess how waiting list volume affects the outcome of liver transplant patient. Results indicate positive correlation between increased waiting and so and so. So I have drafted the statement based on the keywords. But you can see, however, this statement clearly conveying what I have done in my paper, but it is too long. It is too long. As a title, I have given in one slide, first slide, nearly 16 words are enough. Nearly 16 to 19 words, right? But it is a too long statement. It cannot be retained as a research title. So what should we do? Then I have deleted all the unnecessarily redundant words. I have deleted we employed. I have deleted lever, the inpatient. I have deleted all the redundant. Redundant means that appear time and again, repeatedly. Unnecessary means it does not affect my finding. I have deleted all these points. To create a working title, remove element that make it a complete sentence. Yes, please note that your title should not be a complete sentence. Please keep in mind. That is why it is never ended with full stop or period. It is it is a kind of hook. It's not a complete sentence. So whatever you will feel that it make a complete sentence, be employed, I deleted. Result indicate I deleted. Keep everything that is important to what your study is about. This is fourth step. Five step. Remove any non-essential words and phrases from your title. So I found 60 is unnecessarily. Age group is not required. Okay, I have deleted, and showing a positive correlation, I think not required. I have deleted it, and I got a word count 19. Remove unnecessarily phrases. Phrase remove, you should remove the phrase. Finally, a case study of 60 liver plant around USA is assessing the impact. I have got it. This is again 38 words, not good. Finally, in addition, methods used in study are not usually mentioned. Your guide you also mentioned we are not usually mention the methods, so that can also be removed from the keywords list. Finally, you can see by working on a 5 important points, I am reached to assessing the impact of waiting list volume on outcome and prognosis in liver transplant patient. You can see the word count is 15. So this is the one way to select your title, to write your title actually. Generally, what we are doing, we make an impression in mind that okay, this title is suited for my research. No, always think as a editor or as a reviewer or as a third party or as a layman. What suited to you is not important. What suited to other is important on a research paper. So while drafting your title, please very particular the length, word length, keywords, right? Try to pick the keywords which are very common. For example, nowadays machine learning is very important keyword. Every field, in my physics also, Shakti Pandit is with us. He also agree with me. Machine learning is the keyword which is worldwide accepted nowadays. So if you introduce a machine learning in your title, it will impress the lot of audience researchers across the globe, and your paper definitely will be open and cited time and again. So this is a mechanism, because generally if you see the paper from outside India or India, there is some difference. They are very much particular to the ethics of the paper. They are very much particular to the guidelines given to them. But we generally avoid that. We try to incorporate in paper, but we are thinking, which is not important. Important is what other is thinking about your paper. So this is the general method which I have elaborated to you to discuss with you. If you are agree with me, from after this you, when you write title, you just frame the 4 questions, try to give their answers, and from these answers try to find out the keywords which are important, highly cited. From these keywords, try to draft a one line statement. It definitely it is a big statement. then try to avoid, remove the unnecessary part, redundant part, then try to remove the phrases, try to remove the methods and material used, and finally you will reach a very, very effective and very beautiful title for your research paper. Okay, yes, done. So I just want to know from your side, what are the various steps can be used to write a title? Anybody? I have addressed the five points. Can you just repeat these points? Yes, my friend. Anybody? Nobody is present now.
Sir, I am present.
You are only present.
I am also present, sir.
Okay. Can you let me know?
I am also present, sir.
You are
Tamil
also
Arasu.
present. So I request you, please, to just give me, repeat the 5 points which I have told you about the write a title. Just 5 points. Just point only. Okay. Can you just let me know if I will follow all the discussion which I have given with you, did with you, how many days you require to write a research paper? Anybody? If all these points which I have given to you, discuss with you, being incorporated in your research article, afterwards, how many days you require to write a research paper?
15 to 20 days.
15 to 20 days. Okay. Anybody else? So these are other than experiment, other than finding. Yes, am I right?
Sir, 5 days, sir.
Yes. How many
Sir,
days?
5 days, sir.
5 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else? No idea. Okay. So usually when you are start writing a research paper, with sitting with your guide or even individually, perception is different. In my opinion, 5 days are, I think, less time. 15 to 20 day and more are suitable, because I'm telling you, you can share with your experience with me also. When you read any research paper, okay, to get something out of it, how many times you will read this paper? Anybody? How many times? Sometime 10 times, sometime 5 times, sometime 20 times, sometime more than 50 times. Sometimes we are reading paper time and again but not able to get it from it, right? So to write a research paper, I think, and if you have everything with you, your findings with you, everything with you, my opinion, I took nearly 2 months, 2-3 months, nearly 2-3 months to write one research article. Or first draft, I'm not talking about the final draft, first draft. So it takes some time. Take your time to write the article. So this is final, as I told you, because assessing, which is the main action of study, is placed begun, and the liver transplant study. Usually nowadays, studying, investigation, all these terms are now obsolete. These terms are not being used in a title. Title are very catchy, as your title are should be short. As now you can see, all your characteristics which you have elaborated earlier are being reflected in this title only. Okay, this is the analysis which I have brought for you. These are the some titles, and these are, please note it, when we you as a reviewer, you review the paper. So to give an idea about the research paper as a title, these 5 points are being noticed: concise, important keywords. As I told you, machine learning is important keyword. Reflect tone, captivating, summarizing content. So I have taken 5 art research titles, paper title, and make analysis on the basis of it. And I found these analysis. This is my opinion, but you can have another opinion upon it. So this is the how the as a reviewer, as a researcher, you can analyze your research title, paper title. So finally, I'm coming to the abstract. Okay. So for abstract, what is your opinion? Quickly, what is your opinion? Because I think some people from also from medical background, some from in this workshop. So what is your opinion? So what is your opinion about to write a research? What is your opinion? Anybody?
Sir, it should be more like a trailer for a movie. It should have the whole 360-degree of the whole paper in a gist, which also creates curiosity as well as people should want to read the whole paper. This is my view, sir. Correct me
Very
if I'm
nice.
wrong.
It is one characteristic of abstract. Very good. Anybody else? Anybody else, my friend? Please tell your idea about it. Don't worry. I am also still learner. I learn from my student also, from my friend also. It is a keep on learning process. Research is never truncated, never be ended. Any idea?
So just to add to that point, it's like a newspaper article where there's a headline. The headline is like an abstract to the whole article, which is going to be published below. So
My
that should be
opinion
like a
is,
gist.
yeah, definitely. Headline can be title of your research paper.
Yeah, maybe a
Can be.
title with the 2, 3 liners for the
Yeah,
bigger article, or maybe a book.
yeah.
For a book, there is a small abstract, right? The same way.
Exactly. True. Anybody else? I will not move forward unless I am not able to get a feedback from you people. I'm stay here.
Sir, let me tell my views. Actually, whatever the research may be, it should be the existing, the
Sir,
gap
sir,
or the
I'm sorry, sir. Bit loudly, sir. I'm not able to hear you. Please, bit loudly,
yes,
sir.
yes, sir. For any kind of research work, the abstract should be the gap, first the existing, and then what is the gap or the problem, and what could be the solution or the how to fill the things. That's how
Hmm.
it has to be framed, according to my view on the abstract.
Exactly. Fine. Good. So thank you very much for your inputs, and I'm happy that you are contributing in this talk. Actually, abstracts have different nature. Abstract can be structured. Abstract can be unstructured. Abstract can be informative. Abstract can be descriptive. So these are the 4 different options to write a abstract. But in medical line, usually I'm talking about the paper in health sciences, in pharmacy, or in management industry. They are follow the 4 point structured abstract. It is a bit a kind of extended abstract, I can say. You can say extended abstract, but it is in science. It is called 4 point structured abstract. It includes background, objective, combined 2, 3, 4 lines, method also, result, observation, finding, same, and then conclusion. So they mentioned in this abstract, this mentioned as a one paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, and this is fourth paragraph. So, but in sciences, in sciences and physics, chemistry, say in maths, and I'm not sure about the biology because I'm not from medical background, but I have generally seen they demanded 4-point structured abstract. So in that we have to mention the background, method, result, and even conclusion, right? And there is another which I have not mentioned here, which is the 8-point structured object. Instead of, we have 8 points, very big abstract. But I have omit that from here because that is not relevant right now here. So then we have what we are usually using. We are writing a descriptive abstract and informative abstract. So descriptive are short, 70 to 15 words, only portray what the paper contained without providing any more detail. What you, my friend, are saying, it is like a trailer of the your picture. Yes, definitely. And the teaser or trailer should be such that the people catch that trailer and go for the theater to see that movie. Exactly. And then is informative, which may be structured or unstructured, give a complete detail, summary of article, content, and truly actual research. So on abstract, we can have a separate workshop because it's very important, but for information, you can write a abstract in a way as per the requirement of your journal, because the abstract is not your option, it is the option of your journal. If journal is asking for descriptive abstract, you can write accordingly. If it is asking for informative abstract, you can draft accordingly. If somebody asking for 4-point abstract or 8-point abstract, you can write accordingly. So it is the requirement met for the journal by you people only. Okay, so this is I'm just giving you a hint. So this is the 8-point structured. What you have mentioned: objective, study design, study setting, participants, methods, outcomes, results, conclusion. These all are 8-point abstract. But I have hardly seen this in paper. But some, maybe because this is preferably used in medical line, in health sciences, pharmaceuticals, so they people can use it. But generally 4-point abstract is being used, descriptive is being used, and informative abstract is being used. So I have given the because I'm saying the abstract is the requirement of the journal only. You cannot impose your abstract on the journal. Journals need as per requirement, because if I'm talking about the nature title must be fit on 2 lines in print and should avoid technical terms, abbreviation, active verbs. So if you are used to write a very lengthy abstract, 8-point abstract, 4-point abstract, you are not able to write abstract for nature. For nature, you just give a abstract of 2 lines with technically fit without abbreviation. If you're writing for another journal cell, the title should capture the conceptual significance, and so on, so on. So this is basically about the some given the title, and accordingly you have the abstract for these articles. These are not for abstract actually, these are for the title. I think finish. I think you did it. Am I on time, sir? Shakti sir?
Yes, sir.
Am I on time? So this now this podium is open. I request my friend, my senior colleague, dean directors are here. I required a healthy discussion because I have still 5 to 10 minutes to discuss with you people. I am very much happy if you will give your inputs, and we can improve our method to write a research article, because I am also a learner in this field. Anybody, I am happy if anybody share his own expertise to write a research article. Devra sir is here. No, he's not here. Okay. Anybody else? Sir, anybody? Shakti sir, I'm not able to hear you. Anybody else, sir? Uh, yes, that's good. If anybody can post a question in your chat box, I can reply to it, sir.
Sir, one of the question posted by Dhawan Prakash,
Yes.
hook is directly equal to creates excitement and curiosity about something which will keep the reader keen to know more.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. And hook can be drafted in many ways. The hook which I have presented before you is a kind of quotation kind of hook. But it is not necessary that you always do the quotation kind of hook. It can be informative also. Hook means this first statement should be like that. The reader definitely must read your rest of your paper. So anybody
Shakti sir,
Shakti sir, I'm not able to hear you. Actually, I think there's some problem in your mic too.
sir, one of the question is posted by Dhawan Prakash also.
Yeah.
Tips to publish articles in Scopus, UGC
Yes.
CAT journals, especially for management topics.
Okay.
And second one, Raghavendra Babu is posted.
How
How
can
can we
we
cite the
cite the
references?
references?
Shall I read one by one, sir?
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, the tips to publish article in Scopus UGC case journal, especially for management topic. So first of all, I say would like to say actually I'm not from management side actually, but yes, I have some idea because I'm dealing with PhD program from last 5-6 years. So I have some idea. Uh, Sir, there are two options nowadays. One option which is the open access. Second option, the free subscription. Um, my opinion, if you have a good paper, you can opt the option of open access of very good journal. For example, I will convey one thing. If your paper is not being published, having rejected from many, then I am telling to you. Suppose American Chemical Society, this is one journal, very reputed publication house. They have their open access. It's a good open access. It is not a pirated journal. It is good journal. Nowadays, the journals are more interested to publish an article in open access because what is the advantage of it? Because these paper are being cited very soon, come to the online very soon. So my opinion is while you are looking for UGC journal, UGC, first of all, I would say it is depends upon the quality for your research paper. Number one, if you have a good quality research paper, it can definitely be published in journal. If still you are facing a problem, I request you to choose a open access of your journal, of your good journal, not pirated, good journal. Collaborate with other people, definitely your article will be published. I know there is some problem in management topics. We people are also facing, but this is the one way you go for the journals. Then is Ravindra Babu, how can we cite the references? Sir, please elaborate your question. I'm not able to understand how.
Which means that how we can select the articles to cite the references.
Okay, how to can select the article to references?
Yes, sir, nearly,
So,
sir.
yes, yes. First of all, if you go for Google, I'm very simple way I'll let you know. in a Google, first of all, if you're writing an article in 2024, for example, journal will not like that you will cite the references which are more than 10 years or 11 years old. First of all, do not add the references which are at most 10 years older for your research. This will happen earlier days. Earlier days, research is very slow. Once the work has been done, it will keep on working for 20 years and last. But nowadays, research is going day by day very sharp. So try to pick the articles which are new. For example, you are writing an article in 2024. I recommend to pick most of your article only and only 5 to 6 year old relevant to your paper, right? And cite those articles which are already been cited by many times. Number one. Number two, please cite only those such paper which are published in SCI journals, at least in SCI journals. I'm not recommending in Scopus. SCI journals, only relevance, very new. This will support you to write a article in research paper, good research paper. How we can select a journal for a paper? Sir, this is another workshop which, if you request, I will take. I've recently taken a workshop. There is a very varying method to decide the which journal we can go. Actually, there is a different finders. One is Elsevier Journal Finder, Springer Journal Finder. One is Jane, Jane, Zane. These are the few website softwares where you can just put your title, your keyword. You will able to see the this journal list of journals. From there, you can also able to see the timeline to publish your paper, acceptance probability also. From there, you can take up the relevant journal. Suppose I am working in physical acoustic. I put that word physical acoustic on that particular website. It will give me idea that these journals are suitable for your work. And more precisely, if I can add my title and abstract, it will give me a clear idea in which journals I can go for the journal. So this can be helpful. Any software? Yes, sir. There are three softwares. One is Jotaro, Ravindra Babuji. Jotaro. Second is Mendeley. Third is the EndNotes. So I am recently conducting one workshop on Mendeley, how to cite the using the Mendeley software. This is a very beautiful software. Nowadays, Mendeley site is also available. If you are interested, I can have one workshop for you just to use the Mendeley to use. Recently, I have compiled the thesis of one of my research scholar in which more than 300 research references are included. So we use the Mendeley, and I hardly found any difficulty to change any reference from any page of the research thesis. It is automatically been done. Kalidaso, do not use article which you have not actually seen. That is, do not copy it from another publisher. Do not use articles which you have not actually seen. That is, yes.
Can you suggest any free software for checking plagiarism?
Do you have drill built in your university?
Pardon, sir?
Drill bit.
Can you spell it?
Drill, DRILL, drill bit. Drill bit is government software, government given for the institution also, in some institutions also. It is free. It is the government recommended software. Like Turnitin is a paid, but drill bit, the results of drill bits are very good. I have compared the output of the drill bit and Turnitin. Drill bit sometimes gives a better result than Turnitin also. So you can use the drill build. But there are some other software, but I am not going to share with you because these are not reliable. They give a very fade idea about it. Either drill build or Turnitins are best.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, anybody? Any question other than this? I think I have given question answer of.
Thank you, sir. I think that questions is posted in the chat box.
Okay.
I would like to call Professor Purushothaman for give the vote of thanks, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Purushothaman sir,
Sir,
please proceed,
I'm
sir.
audible,
Yes,
sir?
sir, you are audible, sir. Please proceed, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks at this juncture. I would like to express my sincere thanks to the management, SRM Group of Institution Trichy, for supporting us to organize this type of events regularly. On behalf of Department of Physics, SRM TRP Engineering College Trichy, I express my sincere thanks to Dr. S. Lalita Ma'am, Professor in Botany, Periyar University, Salem, has graced the occasion by giving a valuable inaugural address. We thankful to you, ma'am. Also, I extend my sincere thanks to our today's resource person, Dr. Arun Upmanyu, Professor cum Assistant Director, Research, Chitkara University, Punjab, delivered a keynote address on the first day of the National Workshop IPR. We thankful to you, sir, for giving a valuable information, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my special thanks to our Chairman sir, Director sir, Principal sir, Dean Research sir, VP sir, all HODs and the faculty members of various departments of SRM TRP Engineering College, Trichy. At last but not least, I express my heartfelt thanks to the participants, research scholars, and faculties of various colleges for making this program as a colorful one. Once again, I thank one and all. Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much all.
Thank you,
And
sir.
if you permit, Shakti sir,
Yes,
is it
sir.
fine? Thank you very much because just I have listened to you, not to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. May I leave, sir?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you all. Bye all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.